Hi everybody, my name is Monica and I want to welcome you all to MMBW Crafts. This is my very first YouTube and I have just started a new channel which my freelancer is still currently working on it and trying to make it as best as we possibly can. So I'm thinking this is just an intro more than anything else. I'm not going to delve into all of the crafts today because I just want to introduce myself and tell you basically what I'm going to be doing on my YouTube channel. I'm 67 years old. I was born in Ireland and I live here in Melbourne, Australia in a place called Mill Park, and I work 3 days a week in the Mill Park Community House and supporting people with disabilities, which is one of my passions. So I've got a number of passions, crafts being one of them, but also in regards to working and supporting people who've got an intellectual disability is probably my very, very, very strong passion. Some of the crafts that I'll be introducing you to through this video is slow stitching. I've just sort of introduced myself to the cultural sewing of Japan, which is called shasiko, and I haven't got into it a lot, but I'm really looking forward to doing that. The other thing that I do is Bacilla. I've currently got a project that I'm working on, which is, this is Bacilla. A lot of you may very well be familiar with Bacilla. I'm trying to navigate this camera, but that's a Christmas stocking that I'm actually doing for my nephew who lives in Karratha in Western Australia. Mind you, he's 38 years old, so, but Christmas time everybody becomes children again. So I'm almost finished with that. I'll just show you my progress in this. So that's it. I've still got to get the wheels on and put the smoke, right, the smoke comes down here. So there's still a fair bit to do, but I worked on his scarf last night and really enjoying doing it. It's probably another day, a day and a half from completion. So I'm also working on another Bacilla, which is called Under the Tree, and that's for my other nephew who graduated on Friday into the Air Force as an officer. So he's been stationed in Darwin, and so probably not going to see a lot of Joshua, but hopefully he'll have a Christmas stocking that I'll send up, and I'll put little things like lollies and that sort of stuff into it to make Christmas interesting for them. They may be able to come back from where they are for Christmas. We can hope. So Bacilla, slow stitching, shasiko, cross. Not really into cross stitching. I used to be, probably as a teenager. I used to love cross stitch, but not anymore. I'm more into embroidery, and I can remember as a kid my mum buying me these embroidery kits with the flowers and the doilies and all that sort of stuff, and that's not the type of embroidery that I'm doing. I'm actually doing what's referred to here as a block of the month, which is a quilt, and it's called Around Town, and so there's 10 blocks in this series, which are all hand stitched and embroidery, and then you make these little houses that go around the the quilt, and then in the centre there's a central park. So so that's something else that I've been doing. I like to dabble in a bit of knitting, although I've got a bit of arthritis in my fingers, which doesn't help. So the other thing that I've been doing is MMM Crafts, Larissa Holland, and she does beautiful patterns, and one of the patterns that she's done is the 12 Days of Christmas, and absolutely beautiful. Well, I've finished the 12 Days of Christmas, and I'll show you that in my next video. And I'm currently working on Alice in Wonderland, which is a teapot. And then you've got the Town Crier. You've got Alice, of course, and you've got the Mad Hatter and the Queen of Hearts. So so I'm loving that. And the other one that I've got, I can't think of who it was that actually, or the creator of these patterns. It's not Larissa, it might be somebody else, but I'll get the name, and once I learn how to put that link on, I'll put that link on for you. A lot of the like the 12 Days of Christmas, the Alice in Wonderland, and I'm also doing another one, which is the Mama House, which is there was an old woman who had a shoe, and she had all these kids, so so I've got that as well. And they're all done with pure wool felt, so they're not the type of felt that you would use for the Christmas stockings. These are pure wool, and I get a lot of my wool felt from a place here called Winterwood, which is in Warrandyte in Melbourne, Victoria. And I take a nice trip out there sometimes with my friends, and we get some felt, and it's absolutely beautiful. So, and you can buy the felt in small packets, such as these. So these are just some samples of how they come. Okay, and then there's a beautiful green and a black. The other thing that I'm going to do, and I'll do it with you on the channel, is Mr. and Mrs. Claus, which again is an craft from Larissa. And there's Mr. and Mrs. Claus. There's and this is the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas series. So there's 5 patterns. There's Mr. Claus, there's Mrs. Claus. There's the teacup, which has got a little mouse with a little quilt over him, and he's got a teddy bear. There's also a little house. So it's the story of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even the mouse, who was asleep in his cup. So so I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing that. So I'll do some of those with you guys, and we can do it together. So these are just some of the crafts that I get into. The other thing, I am friends or I subscribe to a channel which is called The Last Homely House. So hello, here's my hand. Hello to Kate Jackson, who lives in Northumberland in England. So she's just south of the Scottish border, sort of North England, and in a little place called Hexham. Yeah. And I love watching Kate. She's going to put a video on today, so I'm counting down the times, so I can sit and watch and enjoy her. Now, Kate sort of does a lot. She lives in this little cottage, English cottage, and she's got 2 channels. One is the craft side, and the other is the garden. So, and she's a brilliant gardener. She's got like it's not a huge acreage, but she's got, the way she's got her garden done is beautiful. She's built a cabin for her duck Eileen and a pond, and she sometimes will sit down in the cabin And I tell you what, it's worth it to just go in and have a look at this cabin, because she has quilted her wall. Now, you might think, how on earth can somebody quilt a wall? Well, she and her next door neighbour, who also has a website, a YouTube channel, they cut out all these little blocks and joined them all together, and she's coloured them, and she's turned them into a quilt. I mean, how fascinating and wonderful is this woman to be able to do something like that? So when you go down to her, and when you're in her little cabin, the back wall is quilted with wood. So absolutely love it. So get a chance, go on to the Last Homely House and see what Kate has been up to. She's got a number of cats, and she loves to feed the birds and all that sort of stuff. So very, very well worthwhile. I got my sister-in-law Julie onto her gardening channel, because Julie is a gardener, and I've watched it. It's brilliant. You know how she'll propagate and replant and reseed and do all that sort of stuff. So an absolute fantastic channel if you want to watch The Last Homely House. So another channel that I like is Stacey and Jan, who are mother and daughter, and they do a lot of the Basilla. And my God, you should see the Basilla stockings that they've done. Absolutely fantastic. I like to watch Servant Craft, which again is all about Basilla. But I also like to watch Aaron and Carlos, who are two guys who live in Norway, and they do knitting. And it's amazing the way people in Norway do knitting. Incredible. But anyway, I enjoy watching them. So there's a lot of channels out there that I love to watch, or YouTube channels that I love to watch, and I get inspired. You know, my thing is that they give me inspiration. You know, before I was watching YouTube channels, I might do a little bit of embroidery, and I think, okay, I'm over this, and I'll turn on and watch something on television, you know. But now I haven't watched television in weeks, because just watching these channels with people like Kate and her daughter-in-law Anna, Anna and Carlos, Stacey and Jan, all of these people inspire me, and that's what I want to do. That's why I wanted to have this channel, so that I can inspire people. And I know that there's not a lot that I can show you today, because, as I said, my freelancer David, who's done a fantastic job, has only set this YouTube channel up today. I've just sent him a message saying, how do I get this video onto the YouTube channel? So that's how basic I am. So once I sort of get cracking on that, I'll be able to post a number of videos for everybody to share. And I'm one of these people that the other thing that Kate has introduced me to is hexies. Oh my God, hexies. I've got that many hexies. I don't know what to do with them. I just keep making hexies. And love hexies. And these are things that if I'm going somewhere, if I'm doing something, I can take them along with me, and just plod along with it. It can all fit into a little bag, and get the enjoyment out of just picking it up and doing it. It might be in a park under a tree, or it might be sitting down by the beach, or it might be being a passenger in a car. All of those different things really, really help to inspire and to create. And that's what this is all about. It's about creating. It's about making something your own. It's about forgetting that world that's out there and making your life and what you do meaningful and purposeful. And you know, and at the end of the day, if somebody looks at a pair of fingerless gloves that you've knitted and think, oh, yeah, so be it. You know, it's no big deal. But I made it. So, so these are all the different things that I want to do, and I want to take you guys on this journey with me. So, so just please bear with me while I get this YouTube channel up and running. I got really excited because when I went in, it says I had one person who subscribed, and I'm thinking, oh my god, but then I realised that was me. Anyway, so very, very basic, very basic. So I've got one subscribe and it's me. I've got, I live here, it's a big house that I live in. I'm just looking out into my little back garden there. And my brother and his partner Linda live with me. It's a 5-bedroomed house. My older brother Jerry and his wife Julie and their 5 children, the children were all reared here in this house. So it was a house that was full of action and activity and all of that. But children grow up, they get married, they start having babies, and in all of that I've got 9 babies. Noah, who's the eldest, who was Alicia's eldest boy, turned 9 yesterday. So that's all very, very good. The other thing is that I have been very unwell over the last number of, years. I've got very severe COPD, which is chronic obstruction pulmonary disease, and it plays up. So last week I was in hospital for a week, and which is where I started doing my Priscilla, and where all I did was watch YouTube, and that's when I decided that's it. I'm going to become a YouTube blogger. So I don't know. I think I'm a blogger. Anyway, I really enjoyed, because while I was sitting there in hospital in isolation because I had COVID, I had all my friends with me. I had Kate Jackson, I had Anna, I had Aaron Carlos, I had Jan and Stacey, I had Servant Crafts. I had all of those people with me. The room got a bit crowded, but they were all there with me while I was in hospital and recuperating. So all is good. I'm going back to work tomorrow, which is Monday, and I'm looking forward to going back. I miss my ladies. I've got a group of ladies, and there's 7 of them. The eldest is 80 and the youngest has just turned 50. And I do sewing with them on a Friday. And oh my God, if anyone can inspire me, it's those 7 ladies. The work that they do. Mind you, Monica, can you please thread my needle for me, please? Monica, can you draw that line again for me? Because I draw a line and they stitch on that line. Monica, can you do this for me? Or Monica, can you do that for me? And it's an absolute, mind you, I'm really blind, and I've got 5 pairs of glasses trying to thread a needle. I had to have the girls in stitches. That's a pun. I had to have them killing themselves laughing because I've got all these glasses on just to thread a needle. So needless to say, I'm just so full of it. I get needles what we call eyes, and makes it a lot easier for me to be able to thread over needles, because I go around the table threading needles. And but such a joy, and you know, I see the work that they do and that they create, and the pride that they have in finishing something. And they just make things like little lap quilts, or it might be a pillow or a cushion, or it might be a purse. They've made Santa sacks, things like that are relatively simple, and I get such enjoyment just watching them. And they'll hold it up and they'll say, look what I made. And you might be able to see the stitches. The stitches may not be all even, But that's their work. Who am I to say that, you know, it's not 100%, because it is, it's 150%. You know, I'm sure if I was to look at my bacilla stocking there, I'd find a lot of uneven stitches. So Fridays is my day that I spend with those beautiful ladies, and I can't wait to get back to them. So look, I'm going to end this video here. I just hope that you will subscribe or like. I hope I have a subscribe button and a like button and a notification button. I hope I have all of them. I mean, they're in most YouTubes, so I'll get them all up and running, and maybe even later on today I might do a different video once I know that I'm able to upload things, and we can sort of take it from there. So please like, subscribe, whatever it is, you know, and let's start this journey together. Come along with me for the ride, and I'm very excited about sharing it all with you. So take care, and love your craft, because it's who you are, and I think I'm very proud of what you've done. I'm proud of what I've done, and enjoy your craft. Bye.